businesses. Thus, it is advisable to engage tried and tested security companies like Peace Security, who have been in the industry for more than 20 years, to take care of our company's assets, staff, as well as intellectual property. More so, at least the security companies have the expertise that is required to advise businesses on how to minimize risk. We are so lucky today because we got it from the horse's mouth. Ungazifake engozini ufuna ukuthi sivuke sibala ngawe ukuthi uzame ukuba neqhawe. Doesn't pay. Open for business, and we are attracting foreign investors to come into our country to explore business opportunities. As such, security plays a very critical part. Our investors should feel at home and not have any fear of losing their investments in the assets, as the risk will be minimized. We do not want to be viewed as a high-risk country, especially at this critical time as we labor to be an upper middle-income economy by 2030. May your engagements be fruitful as you deliberate on the current crime trends as large within the region. Together, let us build the Bulawayo, which will help us thrive and be proud of Bulawayo country. Let us build our Zimbabwe so that sithabe, sichelese, siziqatha. This time was in Egypt. It was approached by this man. Says, why are you talking about victory? It was approached by this man. Says, why are you talking about Victoria Falls? He said, we are talking about Victoria Falls because it is our national heritage. He said, why are you talking about something as in Uganda? Trends affecting our country. Let's discover more of ourselves. What is it that is happening around us as people of Bulawayo, as people of Zimbabwe? How best can we improve our own situations? Ukuthi kube user-friendly. The crime rate has reached alarming levels, and there is a need to put our heads together to tackle this problem. We had a presentation from the inspector. We had tools. We are trying as leaders to bring our investors into the country, to bring our investors into our province. But indeed we fail to bring our investors.
In the same year, this year in October we had 4, so there was no change. But to us as Zimbabwe Republic Police and the community, a death of one person is really worrisome. We are going to petty cases, maybe assault cases. Last year in the same period we had 242, this time around 287. It means people increased their fights. Rape involving adults. Last year we had 14 in the same period, this time around 13. It's -1 is not pleasing. Even though at least, but one lady raped is a community destroyed. So it pains. to me becomes 100% because that person's life is already put to tatters. For our juveniles, last year we had 12, this time around 14. So we're realizing an increase in the rate of our youngsters. And if we're talking of juveniles, what's so worrisome is that some are as young as 4 years. So really people need to make some self-introspection. I know this is the period of bonuses and the like. In October last year, in the same period, maybe things were not stable. We had 119 people involved in domestic violence. But in October, this year is 62. I think there is need to give us men some round of applause that involved in domestic violence. But in October, this year is 62. I think there is need to give us men some round of applause that we reduced the fights against our spouses. We have fraud cases. I saw peace security is also involved into investigations. Last year around 78 cases, this time around 66, a minus 12. Armed robbery cases, that's what brought me here, and I'm just worried. Last year in October, we had 2 cases in October last year. This year already we received 13 armed robbers. I'll come back to the armed robbers as we discuss our cases further. Apart from armed robbers, well, if we talk of armed robbers, I was talking of where a firearm is used. We don't define a robbery where a machete or a knife or a no-gear was used as an armed robbery. We define as robbery other weapons. And last year we had 56 where machetes, games, and knives and the likes happened. But this time in October, same period, we are at 80, which is plus 24 cases. Robbery when people are just using their physical advantage over others. Last time we had 65. They will send the first spy, then you will call another one, they will come and they might spend more than 4 hours before they strike. But once as security, we clear our premises and only remain with people who mentor and who are doing business with us. That will be better for us. And there is an issue of keeping large sums of money. As security companies, we are urged to also advise our businesses to withdraw or to bank their money regularly. If robbers can strike at filling stations 7 times only to get out with the $30, they will consider committing such offenses. So it is best for the manager to continually withdraw the money from those cashiers and leaving the cashiers with only money which is suitable for change, not to keep all the bulk of the money. Coming to security environment, as security personnel, as police, we urge you that you should not have that unnecessary familiarization with members of the staff. And because that compromise, that's why we end up having a guard and a receptionist or whoever, an employee, conniving to let things go out or to fake a robbery because they would have been friends. In that a robbery because they would have been friends. In that event, we recommend rotation of guards so that they don't take too long. In case we are saying robbery and armed robbery is here now in town, what should you do in case you are faced with that a situation? I was discussing with directors here when I was here that armed robbery is either you prevent or you investigate. You can do as much before armed robbery occurs through target removal and target hardening. But once the game is on, you don't have a role to play other than complying with whatever the armed robber is saying. You are advised to consider anything that looks like a firearm. Tell yourself it's a firearm. Because for you to prove it's a firearm, it will go on your in the coffin and people will be seeing you preparing. So a toy gun in the eyes of a victim is a firearm. Then what? Just comply. Don't scream. Don't make unnecessary movement. Last week, I think it should be last week, yes, we suffered a loss of a human life in Country Park. And our investigations proved that the victim, a lady, was killed because her eyes and that of the culprit met and they identified each other. Once an armed robber or a criminal realizes that you have identified him, you are a key witness. So even if you know the armed robber, the robber to be your uncle, to be your cousin, don't call him by name, he'll shoot you. Don't show him that you have identified him. Pretend as if you don't know. Just look down. If you calmly look down and comply, you will have an opportunity now to strategically raise your head and try to identify him without him knowing that you are identifying that person. I think that is clear. It is better to lose whatever amount of money than to lose life. I believe life is not replaceable. Why are you likely to be robbed? It's because of the fact that business appears as an easy target. We have some businesses which are on the outskirts where there are no neighbors. And the other reason, or yes, that can make you want to be robbed is the knowledge by criminals or members of the public that they have a lot of cash on hand. It is on rare occasions.
Those documents are up to date and they are regular. On staff recruitment, we clear our guards through SBIB, CIG clearances. We do reference checks, checking with their previous employers. We recruit guards who are physically fit. The minimum age, we are looking at about 30 years. Guards who can converse in English and they work out vernacular language. And we make the guards with specific job requirements, because a guard for the industrial site might not be suitable for the bank operation. That's the making of the guards that I've talked about. Staff remuneration, we need to make sure that our staff are motivated so that they can give of their best wherever they are. So as a company, we make sure that we pay them statutory wages and allowances. We assist our guards in transport, membership of NASA. We have injury or death on duty, cover, funeral scheme, medical aid. We give our guards incentives for good performance. For example, if they effect arrest or information that they have leads to an arrest. We offer quite a wide range of training programs. Customers are represented here. Thank you so much for coming. Other high-profile contracts that we have outside Bulawayo, Ziplat, Delta, Monkey Mine, BKBC, Simalois, and so on. We simply sampled a few, otherwise we have needed maybe 2-3 pages if we are going to list all our customers. Next one. In terms of operations, we have 24-hour manned control rooms. We parade our guards before commencement of duty. We have standby guards available at the office in case we need to cover emergencies or gaps that do arise. Our managers visit customers. I also come out from time to time because whatever we do, we want to make sure that our customer is happy, our customer is satisfied, and we are adding value to our customers. Okay, that I've talked about already. We keep our guards in terms of the state instructions, whatever is required in that particular post, and we maintain site information, records, and documentation to make sure that everything is recorded. And should we want to make reference to those documents, whether internally in the courts or whatever, those documents are up to date and they are readily available. The awards that are in our cabinet at the head office. We offer the full range of products and services, on the guard services, whatever services you can think of, security guards, private investigations, guard jobs. We also have an electronics wing within our organization where we offer installation, maintenance, and the repairs of a number of electronic items such as the provider of comprehensive security solutions nationally. So whichever corner of the country where there is business, we are going to be there. And our values are passion. We are passionate about the work we do. We take pride in our work, and we put performance at the center of everything that we do. We want to add value to our customers, and we like our customers to have peace of mind when you retire after a long day at work. We don't want you to be thinking about the office. I did talk about our commencement date that we started in 2002. We are registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs. Our staff complement is over 3,500. We are certified to ISO 9001 2015 standard. Next one. We have won a number of awards, including the SADC Annual Quality Award, Zimbabwe Private Sector Security Awards, CSRM Network Zimbabwe, and we take pride in these awards because it's third-party endorsement. Other organizations saying that they are happy with the kind of work that we are providing. Those are some of the awards.